In the annals of engineering marvels, few machines evoke the same awe as the big boy steam locomotive. Towering above the rails, a symbol of American industrial might, the big boy wasn't just a train, it was a statement. Imagine the earth trembling beneath your feet, the air thick with anticipation. Then, a plume of steam and a deafening roar as a behemoth of steel awakens from its slumber. This was the scene that captivated onlookers as the big boy, the largest steam locomotive ever built, rumbled to life. Its sheer size defied comprehension, a 132-foot-long behemoth weighing over 1 million pounds. Its story begins not on the tracks but in the drafting rooms of the American Locomotive Company, where a team of brilliant engineers embarked on a daring mission to build the most powerful steam locomotive the world had ever seen. The big boy was born out of necessity, a response to the daunting challenges posed by the American frontier. The nation's railroads, the arteries of its industrial might, faced an unprecedented demand for freight transport. And at the forefront of this logistical challenge was Union Pacific, tasked with hauling vital goods over the formidable Wasatch Mountains. Enter the big boy, a locomotive so audacious in its conception, so monumental in its scale, that it seemed almost mythical. Its articulated frame, a marvel of engineering, allowed it to negotiate curves with unprecedented agility despite its immense size. Its massive firebox, the heart of its steam-generating prowess, could consume a staggering 16 tons of coal per hour. From the moment its wheels first touched steel, the big boy became a legend. Its impact on rail transport was immediate and profound. With its unparalleled hauling capacity, the big boy could move freight trains over the Wasatch Mountains with a speed and efficiency never before seen. The big boy's reign as the king of the rails was relatively short-lived, lasting just 2 decades before the diesel locomotive ushered in the twilight of the steam era. Yet, in those 2 decades, the big boy left an indelible mark on history, its legacy forever etched in the annals of railroading. Today, 8 of the original 25 big boys built still stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era. The early 20th century was a time of unprecedented expansion and progress in America. Factories churned out goods at a staggering pace, and raw materials flowed from every corner of the continent. Connecting this intricate web of industry and commerce was the railroad, a steel artery pumping lifeblood across the nation. At the heart of this transportation revolution was the steam locomotive. These iron horses hauled goods, people, and dreams across vast distances, connecting communities and fueling the engine of progress. As industry boomed, so too did the demand for faster, more powerful locomotives capable of hauling heavier loads over longer distances. For Union Pacific, one of the nation's largest and most ambitious railroads, this challenge was particularly acute. Their transcontinental route traversed some of the most challenging terrain in America, including the formidable Wasatch Mountains of Utah. The Wasatch Mountains were a bottleneck, a choke point on the vital rail link between the eastern and western United States. Existing locomotives struggled to haul heavy freight trains over the steep grades, often requiring multiple engines and time-consuming switching maneuvers. This slowed down transit times, increased operating costs, and limited the amount of freight that could be transported. Union Pacific realized that a bold solution was needed to overcome the Wasatch challenge and keep pace with the nation's growing transportation needs. Union Pacific's engineers and executives faced a daunting dilemma. They could continue to operate multiple smaller locomotives on the Wasatch Mountain route, accepting the inefficiencies and limitations that came with it. Or they could gamble on a radical new approach, develop a single, incredibly powerful locomotive capable of hauling heavier loads over the mountains with greater ease. The latter option, while tempting, presented immense technical challenges. Building a locomotive powerful enough to conquer the Wasatch grades would require pushing the boundaries of existing locomotive design. It would demand innovative engineering solutions, robust materials, and a significant financial investment. The Wasatch Mountains demanded a new breed of locomotive, one that could tame its slopes and unleash the full potential of the transcontinental railroad. The seed of the big boy was sown. Union Pacific, in collaboration with the American Locomotive Company, embarked on an ambitious project to design and build the most powerful steam locomotive the world had ever seen. The goal was clear: to create a locomotive capable of hauling 3,600-ton freight trains over the Wasatch Mountains at a sustained speed of 60 miles per hour. This would require a machine of unprecedented size, power, and efficiency. The engineers and designers from Union Pacific and ALCO pored over blueprints, calculations, and scale models, pushing the boundaries of locomotive technology. The Big Boy, as it would come to be known, was a marvel of engineering, a symphony of steel and steam. It was a locomotive unlike any other, poised to redefine the limits of steam locomotion and conquer the mighty Wasatch Mountains. Building the Big Boy was more than just an engineering feat. It was a monumental undertaking that pushed the boundaries of industrial manufacturing. The American Locomotive Company's ALCO Schenectady, New York, workshops transformed into a hive of activity, a testament to the industrious spirit of the time. Skilled laborers, their faces grimed with sweat and coal dust, meticulously shaped and assembled the locomotive's massive components. Each piece, from the towering boiler to the intricate valve gear, was a testament to their craftsmanship. The Big Boy was not merely assembled, it was forged, piece by painstaking piece, with a level of precision and dedication rarely seen before. The Big Boy's boiler, a marvel of pressure vessel technology, stretched an impressive 70 feet in length. Its construction required specialized tools and techniques to handle the immense weight and pressure involved. One of the most innovative aspects of the Big Boy's design was its articulated frame. This ingenious engineering solution allowed the locomotive to navigate curves with surprising agility despite its immense size. The Big Boy's frame was divided into two sections, connected by a massive hinge joint. This articulation allowed the front set of driving wheels to swivel independently of the rear set, enabling the locomotive to smoothly navigate curves with a smaller radius than its rigid frame counterparts. This was crucial for operating on the Wasatch Mountain route, which featured numerous tight curves and switchbacks. The articulated design also distributed the locomotive's immense weight more evenly over the rails, reducing wear and tear on both the track and the locomotive itself. The Big Boy's insatiable appetite for coal was legendary. Its massive firebox, the heart of its steam-generating prowess, could consume a staggering 16 tons of coal per hour at full power. Imagine a team of firemen, their faces illuminated by the fiery glow of the inferno, tirelessly shoveling coal into the locomotive's ravenous maw. It was a back-breaking, sweltering job, but essential for keeping the Big Boy running at peak performance. The firebox was designed for maximum efficiency, with a large grate area to ensure complete combustion of the coal. Air was forced into the firebox by a powerful steam-driven blower, creating an inferno that heated the water in the boiler to a scorching 395 degrees Fahrenheit. The resulting steam, under immense pressure, flowed into the locomotive's cylinders, driving the massive pistons that powered the wheels. The Big Boy's power was transmitted to the rails through its four massive cylinders, each measuring 16 feet long with a 32-inch bore. Imagine the ground trembling beneath your feet as these steel giants pumped back and forth, transforming the raw power of steam into motion. The Big Boy was a symphony of power and precision, a testament to the ingenuity of its designers. The cylinders drove a set of 16 driving wheels, each measuring 68 inches in diameter. These wheels, arranged in a 4884 configuration, provided the locomotive with exceptional tractive effort, allowing it to pull immense loads with relative ease. The Big Boy could generate over 135,000 pounds of tractive effort at starting, enough to move a mountain of freight. As the Big Boy began to take shape in the Alco workshops, its immense size became increasingly apparent. The locomotive dwarfed everything around it, a testament to the audacity of its conception. Imagine the sense of awe and anticipation as the first Big Boy locomotive, christened number 4000, rolled out of the factory gates in September 1941. It was a moment of triumph for both Union Pacific and Alco, the culmination of years of planning, design, and construction. The Big Boy was more than just a locomotive. It was a symbol of American industrial might, a tangible embodiment of the nation's can-do spirit. Its creation captured the imagination of the public, solidifying its place in railroading history. The completion of Big Boy number 4000 was met with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Would this colossal machine, a marvel of engineering ambition, live up to the expectations? The answer, as it turned out, was a resounding yes. In December of 1941, Big Boy number 4000 embarked on its maiden voyage, a series of test runs designed to push the locomotive to its limits and evaluate its performance. Union Pacific engineers and officials, along with representatives from Alco, watched with bated breath as the giant locomotive rolled out of the Cheyenne, Wyoming roundhouse. Despite its size, the Big Boy moved with surprising grace and agility, its articulated frame effortlessly negotiating curves and switchbacks. Over the next several weeks, Big Boy number 4000 underwent a battery of rigorous tests. It hauled increasingly heavy freight trains over the Wasatch Mountains, its powerful engine and robust design exceeding all expectations. Taming the Wasatch, fulfilling a promise. Big Boy number 4000 and its brethren were assigned to the Wasatch Mountain route. These iron horses redefined rail transport over this challenging terrain. The Big Boys fulfilled their promise, hauling freight with unprecedented speed and efficiency. Their impact on Union Pacific's operations was immediate and profound. Section 3, Wartime Service Answering the Nation's Call. The Big Boys entered service at a pivotal moment in American history. Just weeks after Big Boy number 4000's maiden voyage, the United States was thrust into World War II. The nation's railroads, already facing increased demand due to the wartime economy, were now tasked with moving vast quantities of troops, equipment, and supplies to support the war effort. Union Pacific, with its strategic transcontinental route, played a vital role in this logistical challenge. The Big Boys, with their unparalleled hauling capacity and reliability, proved to be invaluable assets. They hauled countless trains loaded with troops, tanks, jeeps, ammunition, and other essential supplies, ensuring the US military had the resources it needed to fight and win the war. The Big Boys became symbols of American industrial might and determination, their images appearing in newspapers, magazines, and propaganda posters across the country. They represented the tireless efforts of the home front, the workers, engineers, and railroaders who kept the supply lines open and the war machine running. Section 4, the post-war years, a changing landscape. After the war, the Big Boys continued to serve Union Pacific faithfully, hauling freight across the Wasatch Mountains and other challenging routes. However, the landscape of rail transport was changing. Diesel locomotives, with their greater efficiency, lower operating costs, and reduced maintenance requirements, were rapidly gaining popularity. Despite the rise of diesel power, the Big Boys remained in service for several more years. Their sheer size and power continued to captivate the public, and they became popular attractions for rail enthusiasts and tourists. Union Pacific recognized the iconic status of the Big Boys and continued to operate them on select routes, showcasing these magnificent machines to a new generation. However, the writing was on the wall for steam locomotives. By the late 1950s, the economics of rail transport had shifted decisively in favor of diesel power. Union Pacific, like other major railroads, began phasing out its steam locomotives, including the Big Boys. Section 5, the end of an era. Steam gives way to diesel. In 1959, the last Big Boy locomotive was retired, marking the end of an era. The age of steam was over, replaced by diesel power. The big boys left an indelible mark on railroading history. Their legacy lives on in museums and parks across the United States. Section 1, Echoes of Giants, Tales from the Cab. The big boy wasn't just a machine, it was a workplace, an office with a view unlike any other. Men like Frank Brown, a fireman on the Union Pacific, knew this better than most. Frank's son David recalls his father's stories with pride and awe. Dad always said it was like working inside a dragon. The heat, the noise, the constant motion, it stayed with you. Frank described the camaraderie, the unspoken understanding, the synchronized dance of shoveling coal and monitoring gauges. It wasn't just a job, it was a calling. Beyond the physical demands, there was an art to running a big boy. It required finesse, a sensitivity to the engine's rhythm, a sixth sense for coaxing power from the firebox, a skill honed over countless miles and sleepless nights, a badge of honor worn by the men who tamed these steel giants. Section 2, The Day the Big Boy Stood Still. Legends are often born from extraordinary events, and the big boy had its share. One such story recounts the day the big boy stood still. It was a scorching summer day in the Nevada desert. A big boy, hauling a mile-long freight train, lumbered towards a remote siding. The switch was misaligned, sending the train on a collision course. The engineer slammed on the brakes, stopping inches from disaster. News spread like wildfire through the railroad community. The engineer, hailed as a hero, downplayed his actions. The story became part of the big boy's legend. The allure of the big boy extends far beyond actual trains. It has captured the imagination of children and adults alike, inspiring countless model train sets and toys. At any model train exhibition, you'll find a miniature big boy, its tiny pistons pumping furiously. These models are more than toys. They are portals to a bygone era. They represent the thrill of exploration and human ingenuity. Building these models provides satisfaction and keeps the spirit of the big boy alive. The big boy's story is more than just a tale of steel, steam, and engineering prowess. It is a testament to the human spirit, to the audacity of dreaming big, and the determination to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. In the face of wartime pressures and logistical nightmares, the big boy and its crews delivered, proving that even in the darkest of times, human ingenuity and perseverance could prevail. Today, as we stand on the cusp of a new era of technological innovation, the big boy stands as a powerful reminder of our capacity for greatness. It is a symbol of the importance of infrastructure, of the vital role that transportation plays in our lives, and of the enduring power of human ingenuity to connect us all. The big boy is a timeless icon, a symbol of American ingenuity and a testament to the enduring allure of the railroad. Its legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that with a little bit of vision and a lot of hard work, anything is possible. The big boy locomotives, though retired from active service, left an indelible mark on the history of rail transport. Their impact extended far beyond simply hauling freight over mountains. They redefined what was possible with steam locomotion, pushing the boundaries of size, power, and efficiency. The echoes of their achievements can still be felt today. The innovations pioneered in their design, such as the articulated frame and massive firebox, influenced subsequent generations of locomotives, including those powered by diesel and electricity. The big boys proved that even seemingly insurmountable logistical challenges could be overcome with ingenuity and determination. Their story is a testament to the power of human collaboration, from the engineers who dreamt up their intricate designs to the skilled laborers who forged their massive components. The big boys were more than just machines. They were symbols of American industrial might, testaments to the nation's can-do spirit and its unwavering belief in progress. Today, the surviving big boy locomotives stand as silent sentinels of a bygone era, Preserved in museums and parks across the United States, they continue to captivate and inspire awe in all who behold them. Their imposing size, sleek lines, and intricate mechanisms serve as a reminder of a time when steam ruled the rails and the big boys were the undisputed kings of the iron horse. They are tangible links to our industrial past, evoking a sense of nostalgia for a time when the rhythm of the rails pulsed at the heart of American life. But the big boys are more than just relics of a bygone era. They are enduring symbols of human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring allure of the railroad. Their story continues to resonate with people of all ages, reminding us that even the most ambitious dreams can be realized with hard work, determination, and a little bit of steam.